I also don't want
good.
like 16 little video clips because I don't
17,
have to
okay.
splice them together. So
Would
try to make
15
it
be acceptable?
26.
Hey, no offense, Clay, but
Sam will be nauseated.
your shoes are kind of making me want to throw up.
Yeah, they
Hey,
really
they
are.
didn't come out how I wanted them. I customized them on
You
the
waited
Vans.
like 6 months for them to
I customized them on the Vans website, and I thought it was gonna be kind of like a darker orange, and it came out like neon orange.
Yeah, no, it makes me
And-
like you.
It doesn't really do it
Those are
justice.
hunting
It really
shoes.
At
doesn't.
all.
It's horrible.
All right, so
Those
I'm
shoes
taking
need
the
to be
camera.
hunting shoes.
Focus, Eric.
Yeah, we're focusing. Yeah, number 7.
Number 7. In which of the following situations could you use equation 4.9, which is the range equation, I assume?
Oh.
I don't know what equation
Don't have to
4.9 is.
Give me a second.
We're going to
I know
look
it's
up
B.
4.9 while Eric hides there. I got you. Haha.
The answer is B.
Okay, and why is the answer B?
Where are we? At the review question.
We're on review question number 7. It asks about equation 4.9, which I'm assuming is the range equation, considering the problem. So,
Yeah, I think you brought up.
so looks like in A, focus, we see in A that we don't end at the height from which we started. In B, it also doesn't look like we end at the height from which we started, but I guess he's saying that we do. It's just a bad drawing. Right. It's like a strange scale drawing. But assuming in B that we're ending at the height from which we start, then we can use the range equation. And Daniel, there we are. Ooh, the glasses match Clay's shoes. Number 8 says, a sharpshooter tells a nervous man to hold out a can at arm's length. The sharpshooter says he will shoot the can out of the man's hand, but he knows the nervous man will get scared and drop the can when the gun fires. In order to hit the can, should he aim above, below, or straight at the can, Daniel?
Straight at the can.
And why?
Shut up, Clay!
This is Daniel's problem.
Oh, so to say why?
Why?
Because the bullet is going to drop a little bit.
So the bullet
So
will,
as the can's dropping, the bullet's going to drop me.
and what will cause both of them to drop?
I know it's gravity. I'm just fine.
Okay, gravity. So,
Clay has an issue. They both have issues.
wait, that means that their acceleration in the y direction will both be due to gravity, so therefore equal, right? Now, Clay, first, you're going to tell me why that's not really true.
Because it depends on the range. The bullet might not drop significantly depending on how far it is, and before the man's reflexes, like before the gun fire, when the gun fires, the bullet's traveling faster than the sound, so it's gonna, before the sound gets to the guy, the bullet's already gonna be through the can.
Okay, so we've got a sound versus light traveling problem, which is definitely going to affect things. How about the can versus the bullet with air resistance?
I'm gonna say he's gonna drop the can. The bullet's gonna hit the can before he has
His
time to drop
reflexes
it.
are not going to be perfect.
But
They're lying
even
for
if we have range enough that both are going to drop, the can's air resistance, like Abby just said, is huge, and the bullet's air resistance is smaller. So clearly that's not going to work
no
at all.
matter what range
But
you're at,
please remember that in these problems we are ignoring air resistance, so, and we're ignoring things we haven't learned, like the difference between the speed of sound and light. We will actually learn about the distance that sound travels, or that light travels before you hear its sound in a few modules. And you'll get to do the fun math associated.
If you're like a mile and a half away, which is the longest sniper shot ever actually connected, you're dead before you hear the sound.
Because the bullet
bullet
is traveling
travels
faster than
like
the sound.
twice the speed of
The
sound.
bullet's gonna get to you before the sound gets to you.
So
it
basically
doesn't have
what
anything to do
happens
with light.
is you look over next to you, the dude's head explodes, and about 2 seconds later you hear the sound of
Yeah.
Fascinating.
He's gonna find a bullet hole in the can and be like, what happened? Then he's gonna hear the gun go off. It's like when you see someone hitting a nail with a hammer, except a bullet instead of light.
Right. So you'll be assisting me when we do that experiment in physical science this year, not with a gun.
Oh.
But
Slingshot, I'm crack shot.
it was very depressing last year because they couldn't manage to time it properly while seeing and hearing it. And I couldn't be in both places at once, so one of y'all was going to have to join us that day.
Mikey
Wait,
and I
I'm sorry, what's
catching
the
flying
experiment?
tennis balls.
the experiment?
The speed of sound versus the speed of light. Like, they could
So
see
funny.
me bang two things together and then hear it later, and they were supposed to time the difference between when they saw them hit and when they heard them hit.
You gotta do.
It was
like,
really
when you go
bad.
Swimming,
Because they got the thing, because
the
the timers
timers,
look
the
like...
timers look at the light, the swimmers hear the sound. See,
So,
determine the reaction
yeah,
times. See who reacts faster.
the timers do all the time.
That's why your times are always.
I'm the worst off the blocks. Like, it takes me forever to get off the stupid thing.
Everyone's like halfway across the pool.
And I'm
like,
still
I'm supposed to be swimming right now.
Alrighty.
See,
My mom used to think I was
the
partially
Royal
deaf,
Lake Field
so
pool.
that's just a little bit of a sign, so...
You been to the
It's just a reaction time issue.
I have a terrible
They've
reaction
got-
time.
I used to yell at Jenny for her reaction time because I expected, like, dumb first-time mom, first-time obedience as fast as you can go. And that's so not what happens when your kid has a processing time.
We are still filming.
Anyhow, Leah, save us from ourselves. In number 9, it says, the question above has the man holding the can but is not nervous, so the sharpshooter knows he'll hold the can. So we're ignoring all the facts and just assuming that,
Clay.
yeah.
This is
So
like the
should he
impact
aim
of the
above,
drone.
below,
Yeah, but-
or at the can? A little bit above the can. Why? So, yeah, I know. So Clay will now tell us that gravity won't actually drop the bullet enough, and he will shoot the guy's hand
He could have
off.
his gun set in at 50 yards, and he could be shooting at 25 yards. So technically, he hit the crosshairs on the can, and it would still hit. He could have it still go on.
Clay, shut your face.
I can't help working
Okay.
at a job. I'm sorry.
Not all of us are rednecks.
What?
About that.
I think Eric's a legit redneck based on that hair, man.
And the way he's touchscreening his laptop right now.
And he
That
has
is
an
not
iPhone.
redneck.
Legit
He has a
touchscreen.
Dell
I
iPad.
know.
Yeah, I am
Dell
totally
computer.
redneck right now.
Well, you're the smartest bunch of
As
rednecks
he
ever,
holds his
so.
iPhone in his hand.
Okay, we're filming that. And number 10, Clay, what have we ignored during all of these?
Air resistance.
And
No play.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
No.
sound,
Air
light, everything. But
I'm so
air
glad-
resistance is the answer.
I'm so glad Clay didn't just go, we abandoned reason.
Right.
I would've-
Okay, but air resistance is the point here. So I'm thinking at this point we're really going to take some pictures.